Robert Bussey's Warrior International is an organization striving to discover new and progressive ways of looking at and training in self-protection. Its contemporary view of unlimited martial arts and personal development is based on the vision and dynamic principles of its founder, Robert Bussey. As the leading authority in relation to total combat, RBWI and its ever-changing concepts has spread worldwide with members and sanctions all over the globe. The following training tape is one in an ongoing series produced by Panther Productions Incorporated and is an attempt to display some of the multi-dimensional formulas that have made RBWI such a success. For information on becoming a member or affiliated school with the RBWI, please see the address at the end of the tape and write today. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Robert Bussey. Welcome to our pain points tape. We're going to start right away by applying pressure to a point right behind the ear in this spot here called a mandibular angle. We're going to shoot in at this angle and pass through with our pressure. That's the point right there. Now let's apply it. This is how we use that pain point. It's mandibular. Let's take another look. I come up, I control the head with one hand, apply pressure right behind the ear to remove him off the opponent. The next nerve that we're going to deal with here is called a hypoglossal. Right in there. Very painful point. In this case, I apply it against the opponent when he goes to tackle me. Push in. Once again, this is the angle. Right there. Any finger will work. In this case, the thumb. When he goes to attack me, I use my fingertips to apply the pressure. Of course, we're dealing with nerves from the head and neck area. There are three areas of attack. We want to attack the head and neck, the second area being the torso, the third area being the lower part of the body. There's that pressure. Hypoglossal. Now, we're going to deal with a different nerve, right underneath the nose, right there, called the infraorbital. Very painful move. Doesn't require any strength to be able to apply these particular pain points. That's the direction of line of pain that we want to push through. Right there. Let's look at this one again. He grabs me. Reach right underneath the nose. That's how we apply the pressure against the infraorbital. Once again, the pressure right underneath the nose. Better look right there. Pass completely through at that angle. Works very well. Let's take a look at it in slow motion. Reach around. I use one of my fingers, just push back. Right underneath the nose. Now in this case, we're dealing with what we call digital pressure. That means we're using our hands, our fingers, to apply pressure against these pain points. One more time. Let's take a look at the next area. Kind of an S-shaped spot right here in that indention is what we call a jugular notch. That's the angle we want to apply pressure. Right behind that bone. Once again, there's the spot. It runs on either side, and you want to apply pressure in and down. This will force the opponent down. I always hold on with my other hand as well. Helps me control the movement. It's a paralyzation type of maneuver. Right there. You can use any finger, your thumb, in this case, the index finger and middle finger. Next is a very important and effective pain point. It runs right along the side of the neck, right here. That's the pressure we want to apply, right there, using the thumb. That's a paralyzation move. Applying the pressure right on the side of the neck. That lines the trachea. Again, let's watch it. There's the thumb. This can also be pinched, but in this case I'm just using the thumb to isolate that point. Right there. Push in and down. This particular pain point will work against almost any opponent. Some pain points can be resisted, but this one's hard to resist. It hurts. There's the pain point. Now let's take a look at applying pain points to hard facial areas. The first of which runs right there. There, here, even over here. Underneath. There you can see, you can use any knuckle of the hand and apply pressure to the hard facial areas, and this will cause momentary paralyzation. Here I'm using my fingers in that point. We can apply this in a actual situation. Little dig there helps to maximize the movement. Very painful maneuver. I'm using my knuckles of the hand here, but you could use a stick, a pen, any other weapon, and it will accentuate this movement. Applied pressure. A soft digital pressure like using the soft part of the thumb will not be very effective here. You need a hard object. In this case, the knuckles on my finger. Very painful maneuver. Poor guy. So here we are again, applying pressure on the side of the cheekbone there, pushing in. Then I switch it to a different pain point, right at the bridge of the nose. Using the middle knuckle of my index finger there, my middle finger. Then I change up again, this time down, right at the base of the chin. Of course, this is to demonstrate the different points. Applied pressure. And we want to graduate that pressure on any pain point technique from 1 to 10. 1 being no pain at all, 10 being a lot of pain. Go in about the 5 or 6 point range. Now, let's move on from digital pressure to striking pressure. Hitting right on that spot and passing directly through. Very painful knockout maneuver here. Watch closely. Let's get another look at this. That's the spot where I want to strike, right there at the base of the neck. I'm going to use my forearm to pass through that spot. Of course, you could use any other fighting weapon to hit that point, that pain point. Let's watch it again. Right in the back of the neck. good shot there can knock your opponent unconscious. Again. Another striking technique that we can use will stun the neck. Let's watch. That's the spot on the neck we want to strike. Right there. It's kind of a tie-in to the brachial plexus. Another knockout maneuver. That's the spot. Get a good look. I'm going to use a striking weapon to hit that nerve, that pain point. You can see the shock that this particular point has on the opponent. Striking an area like this will send a signal to the brain. One more time. Block. Strike. Now, of course, we can strike into the face as well, different points on the face. In this case, one of the most vulnerable points on the head is the ears. Just punching in the ear or striking into the ear will be very painful. Watch what happens. This is a double-handed slap to both ears. This will completely mess up his equilibrium. And be very, very careful when practicing this maneuver. You don't want to cup your hands too much. We don't want to cause a vacuum in your training partner's ears. Be very, very careful. But when striking a bag or a target, hit it very hard. Let's get another look. Slapping both ears. Now, let's move on. Now we're going to deal with pain to the skin, or hair. That's a hair-pulling maneuver. This is how I apply that. Run my fingers as close to the head as possible, and then make a fist. That's the easiest way to apply pressure, and most effective. This is the third spot, right up the back of the neck. Very painful spot to grab hair. A much weaker opponent can completely control a stronger, larger opponent by grabbing hair. Let's take another look. Block the punch, pull the hair into the knee, yank him down, step over the top. There's the technique one more time. Pulling the hair. Now, just to review, we've done digital pressure, applied pressure to our pain points, striking pressure, and thirdly, pressure to the skin, or the outer area, the hair. Dealing with the head and neck. Hair pulling. Let's take a look. Block the punch, pull the hair. Very painful. There's another skin pulling or pain point technique that we can use. A very effective move. Starts right there. We're going to deal with the lip, the bottom lip, and the gums. All we do is squeeze. This one hurts. Once again. Block the punch, move in, squeeze down. Throw the opponent by the chin, backwards. One more look at that point, right there. What I like to do is apply my palm underneath his chin and then squeeze down as if to make a fist. The nail should go into the gums. Watch again. Evade the punch. Block and move to the outside. Applied pressure. Throw. Now we're going to move on to the torso. This is area 2 on our pain points. Head and neck was first, now torso. We're going to apply pressure right into what we call a clavicle notch. There's the spot right there. Let's watch it. This is a very effective RBWI pain point. I spin around, get behind the opponent, and apply pressure right into that notch. You want to get your fingers in and behind that bone, straight into the nerve. There's the spot. There's the angle. Reach in and down. Get behind the opponent. Apply pressure downward. This is what we call digital pressure again. The next vulnerable spot on the body in relation to the torso is the bicep tie-in. It's just right at the base of the bicep, that little notch right there, that little hole. Watch how I use this technique. Applied pressure right there. This works most of the time against an opponent. Now this digital pressure, I apply the tip of my thumb instead of the flat portion of my thumb into the pain point. I push very hard. Right there. I could go an inch lower or an inch higher and still be pretty effective with that move. Once again, that's the spot we're looking for. That's the pressure we want to use. Let's watch it again. Block. Circle it. Control it very close to the body. You'll have a lot more strength close to your body than if you're reaching. So keep his target zone close to your body when you apply this move. It also makes you less vulnerable for any oncoming attacks that he might do, secondary to that first punch. There's that pain point. Now, let's deal with some digital pressure against the torso in the pectoral region. This is the spot we want to attack, right there. I'm going to use a small stick, press in against the pectoral muscle. This hurts. Here I'm using my knuckles, my thumb. Let's watch it applied. There's the spot. That time I apply it into the sternum, in between the pectoral muscles. I get the stick in position, move it to the center of the chest, apply pressure right against that bone in the center of the chest. You can do the same thing into the pectoral muscle. Very effective move. There's the weapon. And there's the area that we want to attack. The stick adds a lot when you're dealing with someone with a big chest. I apply the stick in there. You can also put your other hand against the stick and it helps support that to help push that point, that weapon into the spot that we want. Let's watch this. Come to the rescue. Better look at that spot right there. Move in. See how my other hand supports that weapon? Helps to push the stick into the chest. Any sharp object will work right here. Once again, digital pressure to the pectoral or sternum area. Next, I want to deal with this spot right there. Let's watch. Striking pressure to the clavicle. You can break that bone fairly easily. In this case, I turn around and drive a downward elbow right into that clavicle. Hit him pretty good. It's very, very painful. Let's get a look at the spot again. That's the pain point. We're not using digital pressure anymore, obviously. Striking pressure. Right there on the clavicle. We're still dealing with the torso. We're using striking pressure now. This is a spot right in the shoulder there, the deltoid area. We're going to hit that with accuracy with the knuckles. Watch. That hurts. I block the punch, fire a shot right into that deltoid. Very painful. Let's get another look at that spot. It runs right from there all the way down. There's a couple of different spots that we can hit there. Slow motion helps to see how we can use that. Good hard shot right into the shoulder. Okay. Now, once again, not going to use digital pressure, but striking pressure against that spot, the radial. A good hard shot into that spot. Blocking, firing a hard forearm shot into that spot. That's the radial nerve right there. Here we go. Evade. Hit. Next striking technique. Right on this spot, right below the bend of the elbow. Right on the inside of the elbow. Striking pressure. That hurts too. We're blocking and firing it right into the bend of the arm. Right into those nerves. Just an inch or so below the bend of the elbow is a good spot. Hitting right there. Block, strike. Another great spot to hit is right there, right at the bend of the elbow on the underside. Striking that nerve is very, very painful. I block the punch and strike with my knuckles upward underneath his elbow. Don't hit the bone itself, but about an inch above that. Let's look at the spot again. Right there. You can push on that on your own and you can feel how much that hurts. Just from pressure. Imagine striking that spot. Once again, evade, watch my right hand. Right there. My wrist is bent, I drive the knuckles up and underneath that point. This is a shot to the ribs. I block the punch and use my right elbow to strike right into the nerves in the solar plex area and the ribs. Once again, I block, watch my right elbow. Pow, right there. If you hit him in the solar plexus, you'll knock the wind out of him. If you strike him in the ribs, you'll just injure him, bruise him. We're still dealing with striking pressure against the torso, the kidney region. This is an inverted punch to the kidneys. I use that a lot when I fight. Watch how I use it. I invert my hand and turn it and drive the knuckles into the kidney. Right there. That one hurts. We're doing these techniques on the tape fairly hard, so you get a good idea what it looks like to apply them hard. That's the area, and that's how I hit him. Inverted punch to the kidneys. Pow. This is the area we want to attack. Right there. Call that the suprascapular. Striking pressure. As the opponent goes to kick me, I block and evade. I'm behind the opponent. I drive my arm or hand hard down into that point in the neck. This shot will send shock waves to the opponent's body. That's the points on either side. Hitting. This is a good angle here. Watch. Good hard shot to the neck. Now, we're going to move out of striking and work into skin pressure, skin-sensitive areas. In this case, I'm pinching the skin on the bicep or under the arm, just like that. Pinching the skin. Twisting the skin. Reach up, create a cup in your hand. Hold the skin tightly. Wiggle it back and forth while you're keeping tension on the grip. This hurts. Grabbing there. It's momentary, but it hurts real bad while you have it on. They'll freeze up for a second or two. That's all you'll need to follow up. Grab, pinch skin. It's a very skin-sensitive area. Let's move on to our next skin-sensitive area on the torso. This is where we're going to work from. Right there. That's the point. That's the nerve. Right in the pectoral muscle. That works very well. Come underneath, get the thumb in there, pinch, and throw. The skin is very sensitive there. We can just pinch the skin and throw them, or we can use digital pressure as we're using here. Applying it right there. grabbing it. You'll feel it when you hold on to that thing. You'll feel the entire muscle and nerve in your hand. Very painful. Lock. Pinch. I can hold just the skin by itself, or I can have the skin and the nerves in my hand. Now, there's the cupping technique. I'm going to grab the skin on the sides of the ribs. Very skin-sensitive area on the torso. Here we go. Wherever there's skin, you can pinch it. If you pinch hard and manipulate, you can put the opponent down very quickly. All the way from the hips, all the way up to the shoulders. You can grab anywhere in this area, it'll work well. Usually right above the love handles is the best spot to grab. Squeeze. Once you get the squeeze on, you apply pressure straight downward. You can put them anywhere you want to. Here we go. Squeeze and push. That hurts. Squeeze. And down. It's one of my favorite pain points. Right here at the belt line and below, we have what we call a pelvic triangle. Applied pressure in that point is going to hurt. Pelvic girdle, pelvic triangle, right there. Of course, we're dealing with applied digital pressure to the lower part of the body now. In that case, I'm using my thumb right in that triangle, right on the inside of the hip bone. Watch where my hand goes. Right there and down. It's not the groin, it's that soft tissue right on the inside of the hip. This is the line that we use, right there, down to the groin. Anywhere in that spot, it's going to hurt. My thumb is what's doing the technique. Again, I duck the punch, apply pressure. My left hand holds against his kidney to keep him from moving away. I push into my own hand almost. My right hand pushes in and towards my left. That's what puts him down. All right, now let's deal with some striking pressure to the lower part of the body. In this case, an instep kick or an inverted kick. We're striking right where the thigh meets the pelvic triangle. We're striking right in that crux, right where the bend of the hip is. A good hard kick will send the opponent down. Let's get another look at this. From this position, pick the leg up, drive the heel right into that bend of the hip. It's a great spot. Grab, raise the leg up, keep the toes to the outside. Kick with the heel. also punch this spot. Now, we're going to deal with this nerve right here, the common peroneal. A good hard kick to the common peroneal will put an opponent down. Ideally, we want to strike right on the side of the leg, right there. There's probably a 4-inch area approximately that you can hit and still be very, very effective. It runs right there. There's a lot of nerve endings in that spot of the body. It all ties into what we call a sciatic nerve, one of the largest, or probably the largest nerve in the body. These nerve endings run right into the side. Now, right on the inside of the thigh, right above the knee, is a great pain point, femoral. Ouch. Kick that spot with the tips of my toes. Right there. Now, actually, this target runs all the way up the inner part of the thigh. You can strike anywhere, but this is ideally the best spot, right above the knee. Good hard kick to the femoral will knock the opponent down very quickly. There's the kick. Once again, a punch or a knee strike, any of those weapons will also work in this part of the body. This next spot runs right along the upper and lower part of the knee. Just create a circle all the way around the side of the knee. Any kind of attack to the knee is going to be very, very effective. Very dangerous, I might add. Be very careful when practicing this. The knees are very, very weak. They'll break very easily. Ideally, I hit there, on top, on this side, or the outside. Right there. That's a kind of a snapping kick I'm using, but you could also use a pressure pushing type of kick to dislocate. In other words, put your weight behind it and push more than you do kick. Here's another excellent pain point. Runs right along the side of the shin bone. Right on the outside. And the inside. Well, let's watch. Now first I apply pressure to the shin bone using my forearm. That brings him down. Once he goes down, I drive my elbow right on the outside edge of that shin bone. Very painful. Just draw a line from the outside, running right along the bone, there, and on the inside. Capture the leg. Apply pressure to the shin bone. Strike the shin bone. A lot of people don't realize how sensitive the tailbone is. That hurts. I evade the kick, grab, and drive my knee right into the tailbone. Right there's the spot. A kick to the tailbone is also effective. In this case, I'm driving my knee right up and underneath the tailbone, striking an upward angle. I evade, grab a hold of the opponent, strike to the tailbone. Now, the final striking area on the lower part of the body I want to talk about is the ankle. In this case, a good hard kick. There's a lot of ways you can strike the ankle. Let's look at the areas of attack. Front, both sides, and the back. All the way around will work. Sweeping maneuvers or kicks to the ankle or strikes to the ankle are very effective. Sometimes I use my hand and punch the ankle, or my elbow and strike the ankle, or stomp on the ankle from a standing position. Any of those methods are effective. In this case, I get knocked down. When I see the opponent coming, I measure and fire a hard kick into the ankle. If you want him to go down, you want to kick him behind the heel. If you kick him on the side or the front, he won't go down. It'll just hurt. Now, we do have skin-sensitive areas that we can use on the lower part of the body. Once again, a review of the pelvic triangle. This leads right to our groin shots. An upward heel kick, sometimes I call that a baby kick, upward into the groin. That's about as sensitive a spot as you're going to find on the human body. The upward heel kick. Another skin-sensitive point, the inner part of the thigh. This hurts. While you have this pinch on, it's excruciating. You can try this on yourself. Just grab the skin on the thigh and pinch, and you'll feel how painful it is. Once again, we place our hand there and pinch into a closed fist or a clenched fist. When the opponent goes to kick me, I capture the leg, grab the skin, and pinch. That really hurts. This can be done from a bear hug as well. If someone grabs you, you can reach behind, grab the inner part of the thigh. From a grappling position, grab the inner part of the thigh. Just squeeze that skin.